So I wanted to unbox the DJI mic today, and this is a mic that I have used before. I actually have a kind of an interesting story with this. I ended up buying kind of the single mic at first on Amazon just to kind of get an idea if I would like this microphone. I ended up liking it and I returned it because I thought, let me go ahead and get the two setup microphone. And so what ended up happening was I got that kind of like in used condition, and it ended up being pretty bad. So I was very unhappy with the sound of the second like open box, and something was clearly wrong with that microphone. So this is now my third attempt. Now right now at the moment I'm using the audio off my camera, the onboard audio. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of see the difference between what an onboard camera with my ZV-E10 sounds like with versus the DJI. So I have both good and bad experiences with this. Now I know that currently there is a firmware update. There's a pretty big firmware update for this right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this right out of the box and see how it sounds right out of the box and see if it sounds good for somebody that just wants to plug and play, because if I remember correctly, doing the firmware update was a little complicated. So what we're looking for is just out of the box decent sound. Now obviously opening it up, we get both this and this. And another thing too, when I ended up buying the Amazon, the used version, it was missing a very important cable, like the most important cable, which was really frustrating. So this obviously shouldn't be missing anything. This is a completely brand new DJI mic. It looks like it's not fully charged, but what I like about this case, by the way, this is one of the best cases you're gonna get for these types of microphones. I also have I have the Rode Wireless Go 2 here, and this I had to buy an extra case for this that doesn't come with these microphones, as you guys can see here. Let me pull one of these out. And so this is a big advantage that you get with DJI, and something that it's going to be way better than like this third-party aftermarket case. So out of the box, out of this case, from what I remember, you have both the microphones right here, as you guys can see, and then you have what is the receiver right here in the middle. Then you have these really cool clip-ons, by the way. And I don't want you to ignore these clip-ons, and they come right there, as you guys can see, because the way this thing works is that you put it one behind like your shirt, this little square right here. As you guys can see, it's coming off. You put it behind your shirt, and then if you put the other side, it'll stick to it. So it's like a magnet. And if you put it behind your shirt, like behind this cloth, I'll even demonstrate it right here, it'll go ahead and it'll magnetize. Now it's not gonna do it with this, but with a shirt, it'll magnetize that way. So as you guys look, to prove what I'm saying, look. As you guys can see how it magnetizes like that and it sticks. So just to kind of give you a demonstration without actually showing it on my own personal shirt. So it's a really cool aspect of these microphones that I really love. You don't see this with anything. You definitely don't get it with a Go Wireless. So kind of that comparison right there. And by the way, as somebody now who's used both of these extensively, I can tell you, for me personally, the sound quality is way better with a DJI mic out of the box for sure. I actually have to use, for me personally, I have to use lavalier mics attached to the Rode Wireless Go 2 just to get them to work correctly or to sound correctly. But then we have here what is the USB-Cs for the receiver. So if you have an iPhone and you want to use this with your phone, you're going to have that. And then if you have, an Android or a phone or something that requires, you plugging to the USB-C, you have that right there. So very, very neat, very much cool package right there inside that box. Out of this, you do get more stuff here. Out of this little bag of tricks here, you get what is going to be the little wind mufflers. I don't know what you call these, like these little, what do they call them? Dead cats, I think. And then you get more wires. This, as I said, this wire for me was actually what was missing, and I think this might have been why I was having sound problems with the used DJI that I got from Amazon, is because I didn't have this wire. And this wire is really important because it's just tuned to this. So definitely make sure you have this in there, and then you get, like I said, this is, I think, to charge the actual case. So if you're wondering what this cable's for. And then we got the second dead cat, as you guys can see. And then I think you get what is an instruction manual and probably the warranty stuff. So that's pretty much it. We'll go ahead now and test out the sound. But as you guys can see, this is a very robust kit. And anything that you basically need out of this, you're going to get it with what you are looking to achieve with this microphone. If you're looking to be vlogging, or if you're looking to make videos like I am, or you're looking to do pretty much any kind of content, or you're just looking to just do regular YouTube videos, this has been used on my end for everything, and it has worked wonderfully. So we'll go ahead and test out the mic. We're going to switch from the onboard mic that probably sounds absolutely awful, and we'll switch it to this so you guys can see a big difference in the audio and see how much better it sounds. Now real quick, I'm going to go ahead now and just set this up. So we're going to go ahead and just show how this works. So we go ahead and put, for this camera, we're going to go ahead and put the out right here. This obviously has both to listen to if you guys want to listen to this, listen to how you sound. It shows right there, and then you have the power button and then the USB. It's all very straightforward. So basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right here. We're going to attach this to my camera, and then it's just going to be kind of an easy process from there. Let me go ahead though and stick this in. Keep in mind that this is important right here, guys. You want to make sure you stick this in so that way you can attach it to your camera. This is definitely something you want to do. As you guys can see, that sticks in like that. There we go. We got that in. We got that to stick in. And now I'm just going to attach this literally to this microphone. All right, so now we have the DJI mic, and I don't have the audio tuned. So it's probably going to sound pretty rough. So I apologize. I'm just literally trying to show what this sounds like with just me having it right out of the box. And I'm noticing that I'm probably clipping. So I'm going to have to kind of keep the microphone pretty much away from me right now. Let me go ahead and turn off this mic. But as you guys can see, it does have the two mics. So there we go. So maybe that'll help a little bit with the sound. But here it is. This is me with the second mic. It's probably clipping because I don't have the audio set up. But I did want to just show you it's plug and play. At this point, what you would do is you would adjust the volume on your camera, your iPhone, and you would just make sure that the audio levels are pretty much not peaking. And at that point, you're going to get pretty much straight out of the box a really good sound out of this. And that's really the key for this. This is something that, you know, if you want to have an easy time and you're just looking to plug and play and have a decent, good audio quality right out of the box, you're going to get that with the DJI. Now, if you do the firmware update and you play around with the settings, there's a lot more you can do with this. It can get really fancy with this. All right, so now I actually tuned the actual audio to sound more normal. So the microphone's more closer to my face. But the point is that this microphone can absolutely pack a punch volume-wise if for whatever reason you need to keep the microphone kind of away. But now I have it close to my mouth and I have it attached to my shirt. So this is kind of more of what the normal audio you get out of this thing, and I think it's not too bad. There's a lot of tuning, EQing, a lot of different things you can do in post, but what you get out of the box, out of this microphone, just clear cut just like this, I think it's excellent audio, something that for me, I am happily to invest in something like this for content creation. But if you're using for like weddings or anything like that, I mean, this thing is just going to rock it, and it's going to rock it really well. Again, I'm talking about how I have now this and its competitor, the Rode Wireless Go 2, and the DJI is just plain superior. I don't know how else to put it. It is just by far way more superior, and it's not even close. So just keep that in mind. DJI Mic, if you guys are interested, definitely check it out. And it has my recommendation, and it's my go-to mic here going forward.